Hello and welcome to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I am Boston Harding here as your main commentator for this matchup against your Pleasant Grove Vikings versus the Westlake Thunder. Westlake is currently ranked number 2 in 6A, and Pleasant Grove is currently ranked number 4. As right now we have captains meeting in the middle. And for Pleasant Grove, it looks like we have Jack Dodson, and I can't really tell who the second person is. But for JV, we currently do not have any 106s or 113 pounders. As I mean, if you are 106 pounds looking to join wrestling, you'd get an instant varsity spot because varsity also doesn't have a 106 pounder. So I'm presuming for our first match, we will have the 120-pound Sam Ridge going against Westlake's Weston Smith. Coming on your screen right now, we have the Donate to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. As you can scan this QR code and donate to our program, as it would be very appreciated and definitely something that would help us in the future to continue our broadcasts and continue to make them better. If you have any sponsorship opportunities or any other questions that you would like to ask, you can email rmayo@alpinedistrict.org. Thank you. Starting out, it would be 0 to 12 to Westlake as we had to forfeit the 106 and 113 pound matches. For the first match today, we will have your Viking, Sam Ridge, as the 120 pounds going against Weston Smith for the Westlake Thunder. Starting out in these lighter matches, we definitely see a lot less hand play than the heavier matches and a lot more shots taken, especially in the varsity matches and going into the medium weight range with the 130s to around the 170s 160s. Weston with a single leg there again behind him for his 3-point takedown. As they go out of bounds, going back into the middle. Sam taking the defensive position here, looking to get his 1 evasion point. Weston keeping him down on his knees in a good position for Weston here. Trying to get that arm behind his back, cannot get it. Smith really trying to get an opportunity here, staying on top. Sam getting to his feet and getting his 1 evasion point, which now makes it 3-1 as they go out of bounds for a second time. Shot there by Smith, unsuccessful, and a successful one by Ridge right after. Going out of bounds, Sam unable to get that takedown right on the edge. Weston with the shot and a 3-point takedown, getting 3 swipes, 4 swipes from the referee. Weston looking for the pin, and he gets it. That'll be a win by fall for the Westlake Thunder's Weston Smith, which will bring Westlake into the lead now by 18 by those 2 forfeited matches at the very start. Next up, for the 126-pounders for Pleasant Grove, we have Carson Cooper. And for Westlake, we have R.J. Hervius. Sorry, trying to get a good look at his name. Hervius with an immediate 3-point takedown. Keeping Cooper on the ground, looking for a cradle, getting around him. Can he get it? He does get the cradle. 1 swipe, 2, 3, 4 swipes from the ref, looking for the fall. Can he get it? Cooper trying to keep his right shoulder blade off the ground. 4 near fall is called. Hervius keeping Cooper on his stomach again. Trying to get his arm behind his shoulder now. Or behind his back, sorry. Now getting around his neck, looking for the cross-tilt cradle again. Just barely doesn't get it. Cooper with some good defense there, kind of sprawling out, tightening up so then he couldn't get that cradle. Potentially dangerous called. Cooper's arm was behind his back, almost touching his head. Cooper now in a defensive position, looking to get his one evasion point. Hervius with an ankle. Potentially looking for that cradle for a third time. And time is called for the first period. Hervius with a shot immediately starting the second period, getting a high C on his high C, on the high thigh. Cooper being barely above him here with a hand or a leg below him. Left blows his whistle. Starting in neutral now. Cooper with the shot. Hervius sprawls. Cooper still holding on to that single leg. Hervius trying to get an ankle pick there. Now has a boot in. And gets a 3-point takedown to bring him in the lead 0-10. Getting one swipe, 2, 3, now 4 swipes from the ref. As Cooper gets back to his stomach. This is awarded his 4 near fall. Hervius staying on top, looking for a cradle again. And he gets it. 1, 2, 3, 4 swipes. And he gets his 4 near fall awarded, which will end in a technical foul for Westlake, bringing them into the lead, or keeping them in the lead 0-24 now. I apologize, it is 23. For the 132 pounds, your Viking, Ian Park, going against Westlake's Diego Berga. First period starting in neutral. A lot of hand fighting in the start. Ian Park with the shot. Does not get it. Berga with the high C. Gets him onto his stomach for a 3-point takedown. Berga staying on top. Berga getting some swipes. Looking for the fall now. Berga staying on top. 5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. And that is time for the first period. At the end of the first period, Berga is leading 7-0 against Ian Park.
Kenny's up next.
Park with the shot, cannot connect. Berga with the single leg, getting Park down to his base with the 3-point takedown. Berga now leading 10-0 against Ian Park. Trying to get him onto his back. Spinning around, getting swipes, 2, 3, 4 swipes now, looking for the fall. Almost there, and gets the fall. Westlake now in the lead, 29-0 with that fall. Up next, we have the 138-pounders, your Viking, Kenneth Condor, going against Westlake's Owen Arnold. Getting into position for this first period. Condor with the shot, cannot go. Arnold with the shot, with a 3-point takedown as they go out of bounds now with 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining. Kenneth starting in a defensive position. Kenneth looking to get the evasion. Up to his feet and thrown back down by Arnold. Staying on his base, getting to his knees again, getting around him. Now the 2-point reversal for Kenneth. Now getting Arnold spinning it around in circles. Arnold looking to get the reversal, looking for a cradle, gets it. 3 swipes, 4 swipes. Let's get 4 swipes and the reversal. Now we can get Kenneth on his back again. 3 swipes, 4 swipes. He's got his 4 near fall. Arnold looking for that cradle again. And that is time for the first period. Arnold in the lead, 2-13. Starting in neutral for the second period, sorry. Kenneth getting dropped to the mat. Now to his back for another 3-point takedown. Arnold looking for another cradle. Gets it, but they roll out of bounds with 1 minute and 26 seconds remaining.
I was waiting for that to be updated.
Hey guys, is the varsity match being streamed? Arnold looking to flip over. Gets that cradle. 1 swipe, 2 swipes. And with those 2 points, that will get a technical fall for Arnold, bringing Westlake 5 more points, bringing them 34-0. Next up for the 144 pounds, your Viking, Jackson Passy, going against Westlake's Lincoln Lee. Starting the first period in neutral. Pacey with the shot. Passy loses it. Lee with the shot now. Passy with another one. Gets the single leg. Now at the ankle. Getting it above him and tripping him. And a 3-point takedown. Lee getting behind him for a 2-point reversal. Lee staying on top of him. Not much movement from Passy here. Lee almost getting that arm behind his back. Bringing him back towards more of the middle. And that is time for the first period. Passy in the lead, 3-2 in personal points. Westlake chooses to defer. And Pleasant Grove chooses neutral. And they go out of bounds with 1 minute and 30. Sorry, they forgot to stop the clock.
135.
Should be 1:35 remaining on the clock. Passy with the shot and a single leg. Passy getting that trip. No points awarded just yet. And they go out of bounds now with 35 seconds remaining. Now 10 seconds remaining. As Pacey gets a 3-point takedown and some near fall. And the fall. Just barely with about 3 seconds remaining on the clock, he gets it. Next up for the 150 pounds, your Viking, Ethan Castillo, going against Westlake's Kyler North. Starting in neutral in the first period. Ethan getting slammed down for a 3-point takedown. Ethan just about getting away, and he does for his one evasion point.
Escape.
Ethan with the shot, getting in between his legs. North having an ankle pick. Castillo getting behind him though. North looking for a cradle. Cannot get it, but gets swipes and gets his 4 swipes and a 3-point takedown.
I just could not see a thing, so I had to clean my glasses.
And that is time for the first period. Kyler North in the lead, 7-1 against Ethan Castillo. For the second period, North chooses bottom, as I believe Pleasant Grove deferred it. Castillo having a single leg behind him. North gets around that and gets behind him for a 2-point reversal. North cutting him loose for one. Now 2-12. North with another shot and gets a 3-point takedown.
How do you feel switching spots? Just because it's hard to focus when my laptop is here, or if I had it here, I can see.
And he gets the 4 near fall, which will end in another technical fall for Westlake. Next up, for the 215 pounds, your Viking Carter Davidson, going against Westlake's Peyton Overy. Starting this first period with these heavy wrestlers, or heavier, there's going to be a lot more hand fighting. But as we saw earlier with the extra matches, we couldn't do that one as we do not have another camera. But with just earlier, Carter Davidson did get a fall. I'm not exactly sure who he was going against, but I did watch it as it was going on, and he did get a fall earlier, which put JV in the lead for just a second, 6-0, as the extra matches are now losing 12-24. Carter staying on top, arms around his shoulders. As I believe stalling was just barely called. Back in the middle, starting in neutral. Carter trying to get behind him, cannot get it, keeping him in this frontal headlock. Carter getting behind him for a 3-point takedown. Now Carter staying on top as we come to the end of the first period. Carter staying on top, keeping him in that headlock as he cuts him loose for 1. And another 3-point takedown for Carter Davidson. Carter looking to get him on his back here. 1 swipe, 2, 3, now 4 near fall. Looking for the fall. Can he get it? Swag Overeat just barely got out of that, but he is not enough. Getting the fall for Carter Davidson, putting points on the board for Pleasant Grove. Now 6-45. Up next for the 157 pounds, your Viking, Jack Dodson, going against Westlake's Wyatt Mickelson. A lot of hand fighting at the start. Mickelson getting a good read on Dodson, getting on top. Does not get his 3-point takedown. Dodson hanging on that right leg. Mickelson looking for a cradle. Not yet. Dodson on his knees and gets a 3-point takedown. Looking to get Mickelson onto his back, but he just about 1 swipe, 2 swipes, 3, 4 swipes for Jack Dodson. Looking for the fall. Keeping him in that hard position. Mickelson trying to swing his legs to get some sort of momentum to get out, but cannot get it. And he gets the fall, which now brings Pleasant Grove up to 12 points, now 12-45. As Jack Dodson brings yet another fall to Pleasant Grove. Next up for the 165 pounds, your Viking, Deacon Ludvigsen, going against Westlake's Steely Elton. Starting in neutral for this first period. Oh, and with a good opening, not good enough to get Ludvigsen onto his, pulling Ludvigsen down to his knees, cannot get it. Ludvigsen with the shot, cannot connect. Elton with the shot, fakes it, goes around, cannot get it. Now just on the edge, Oh, and with the shot, gets a single leg. Now under him. Getting pretty close to going out of bounds here. Pulling back more to the middle. Five, four, three, two, one. And that is time for the first period. 3 points awarded to Ludvigsen for a takedown, which puts him in the lead 3-0.
The behaviors of the coaches are weird. So their head coach is this guy Wonderman, guaranteed. He's always cheap. He's always telling them exactly what goes on.
Blood time is called for Ludvigsen as he's starting to get a bloody nose, I believe.
Until the very end, and he literally just told him, "Hey, you have 5 seconds left." That's all. I know why there's something to say.
That coach is very like, do this, do this, do this. Where our coaches, they're like, we trust you,
your
you'll do, yeah, exactly. Which both have both ways.
a couple times.
It's like,
The second this guy is
coaches, they know what they're doing. But yeah,
the
it's
second
like,
they're calm, they lose.
it's like, they're PG, they train them so well that they can do it with, and these coaches are there to help. Or those coaches are there to, like,
Dude, his fingernail.
oh, he must have gotten like a scratch or something.
Yeah, and it would have had to been a pretty bad scratch, too. Well, they have a first aid guy out there. Look. That's nice. On the face. Interesting. Hey, Sean, how many more matches do we have?
So we're on DK. We have 2 main ones. I don't know how many extra matches. Those have been going by a bit faster.
Do those points count towards this?
What?
Do those points count towards
No.
this? Okay.
So this is JV. So there's 3 levels technically. Oh wait, I was already trying to about that. So like,
Yeah.
they're separate. This is just.
It was weird because when we were at Lehigh, they work on
coming back from that blood time, looked like Ludvigsen had some pretty bad scratches around his neck and face area. Luckily, he is okay and will start in offensive position here with Elton on bottom. Elton getting out. And a 2-point reversal and some near fall. 3 swipes, 4 swipes. And they go out of bounds. There's 2 points for the reversal and 4 points for the near fall. Deacon Ludvigsen now starting in defensive position. Oh, and staying on top, not letting him get out. Looking to get Ludvigsen over onto his back. Could not get it, just barely. Trying again. Trying one more time, getting 1 swipe, 2 swipes, 3 swipes, 4. Looking for the fall. Ludvigsen doing a good job keeping his shoulder blades off of the mat. Flipping over to his stomach now. Now 5 seconds remaining. And that is time for the second period. Going into the third period, Elton leads 0-10. Ludvigsen on bottom here with Elton on top. Oh, and getting Ludvigsen over onto his back for just a second. Trying to go around his waist, now up through his shoulder. Elton staying on top, not letting Ludvigsen move at all. Now 1 minute remaining. Oh, and almost getting Ludvigsen over onto his back. Ludvigsen doing good, keeping his hips pointed down towards the ground, not allowing Elton to move him. Elton with one more try. Getting closer that time. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is time for the third period. Elton wins that 0-10, bringing more points to Westlake, putting them even further in the lead. That'll be 4 points awarded for a win by major decision. Next up for the 175 pounds, your Viking Aiden Hammond going against Westlake's Michael Taylor.
Up now for Westlake is Caden Long on the JV men. Caden Long. Here somewhere.
And now coming in instead of Michael Taylor is going to be Long. Caden Long. So Long's headgear falling off, bringing to a little bit of time to get that back on. Now coming back, starting in neutral. Hammond with the good start and the three-point takedown. Keeping Long on his base, not letting him move.
Up next to 165 pounds on the extra mat, we have Ashley McIntosh from Westlake, and your Viking is Nate Merlin.
Hammond now cuts him loose for one. Long with the high C, gets him to the floor, but Hammond gets behind him for another three-point takedown. Hammond now cuts him loose for one more time, giving him one more point. Now 6-2. Now coming to the end of the first period, your Viking Aiden Hammond in the lead, 6-2. I believe blood time will be called. Back from the little break with the blood time, another 3-point takedown for Hammond brings it 9-2. Getting some near fall. Has 4 swipes for Hammond looking for the fall. Can he get it? Almost there. Wong just about gets to his stomach and is awarded his 4 near fall. Hammond getting more near fall. And the fall for Hammond, bringing 6 points to Pleasant Grove. Now 18-49. Your winner by fall, Aiden Hammond. And for the last match of JV,
So those two swaps, so it's Hayden Overy now.
okay, so now it will be Carter Davidson going against Peyton Overy. As I believe earlier, the 190 pounds was Carter Davidson and Jezreel Marquez. Now Carter Davidson's third match of the night. A lot of hand fighting in these upper weight classes as they're just not as agile as some of the lower weight classes, and it's just a lot harder for them to move around and be all speedy like the lower ones.
Zero static.
Now 20 seconds remaining in the first period. No points awarded just yet. Ten seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is time for the first period. Carter Davidson chooses bottom to start the second period. Overy doing a good job staying on top, not letting Davidson get out of that bottom position. Davidson fighting very hard. Now to his knees. Carter now getting to his feet, getting that one evasion point, escape point. And 3 points to Overy for a takedown. One minute remaining in the second period. Carter getting a 2-point reversal now. Ties the score 3-3 as they go out of bounds. Coming back in, Overy will be on bottom. Davidson on top. Carter needs to keep him on the ground here. Overy now getting to his feet and getting the one escape point, which puts him back in the lead 3-4. Overy with the 3-point takedown. That'll bring us to the end of the third period with Overy in the lead 3-7. Carter now starting on bottom. Carter trying his best to get up, but cannot as he gets Overy gets some near fall here, looking for the pin. He does not get it. Carter just barely rose over to his stomach. Overy getting some more near fall here. Looking for the pin again. He's close and he gets it, which will bring the close of all of the JV matches. Your winner, Westlake, with 55 points going against Pleasant Grove's 18. That will bring to the end of all the JV matches that we have today, and we will be back in just a little bit with your Pleasant Grove and Westlake's varsity matches. I'm Boston Harding, and this has been PGSN.